So hello and welcome back to another episode of Steam Force. Today we've got a monthly update for November. Now I haven't got too much of an update to do with the cars, however I've got a little bit of update to do with the channel and a few little bits and pieces we're going to talk about, and then we're also going to talk about stuff that's happening next year as well. So we'll start off with the cars. I'm starting to put the chargers on because I haven't been out using them that much over the last couple of weeks. Really broken down now. We're properly into winter. I did take all the cars out the one day. I did some film with the Figaro. I did some behind the scenes episode ago for 2 or 3 weeks. I did behind the scenes just showing what I do when I take the cars out for a little bit of a drive. So I took the SLK out and I took the SL out as well. But yes, I'm going to put them on charge because I did start them up this week, early, so every Monday or Tuesday. It's now Saturday. So I'm going to put that one on charge Thursday. I'll put this one on charge. I'm doing a full charge at the moment, and I will go back to using trickle charge. But I just thought I'll give them a full charge, give the batteries a bit more of a boost, and then I'll go onto a trickle charge going forward. So the SL, I will put that on a trickle charge. That battery, I don't know whether it's because it's a bigger battery, because it's obviously a bigger engine, but I've never actually had a problem with the SL battery. And because that's the car of all three of these that gets used the least, that's why I always go there and it always starts. I don't know, maybe it's because of less electronics on it though. Maybe someone can answer that in the comments below for me. But yes, that will get a trickle charge, and then hopefully for this week, that'll be all done. So I've been away for just over a week this month as well. So that's another reason the cars haven't been out and about a bit more. I went over to Dubrovnik, which is in Croatia. It was absolutely lovely. I did see an R170 pre-facelift 200 compressor, which I got quite excited about because we here in the UK we only got the 230 and an auto gearbox. That's the only one you could get on the pre-facelift. They did change it and you could get a 200 compressor on the facelift cars, but yes, quite silver. I don't know what the interior like. I saw it from a distance. Had the nice 5-spoke AMG eyes on there as well, so they're quite a smart looking car. And one of those things over there, they have a lot of 90s cars and even some 80s cars still on the road, still being used. They're all fairly battered, but they obviously don't have the same sort of rust issues that we have here in the UK. That the salt on the roads or the snow or the cold temperature that we get, and that we just kill cars over here. You don't see a lot of 90s cars. Things like Fiat Tipos, I saw some of them. Sort of Corsas from the mid-90s, saw some of those. Original Fiat Pandas. What else do we see? Renault 4s, I saw quite a few of them, the original Renault 4. So yeah, lots of, sort of older cars as well, which is really nice. All thoroughly battered, but thoroughly rust-free. I didn't get a proper chance to have a look at the SLK that was over there, but it again looked quite a nice example. So what's been happening on the channel this month? Well, I last week counted the cost of how much the SLK has cost me, and it came to about £3,300, which I don't think is too bad. The sort of two ways looking at it, really, it's not too bad for a car to cost £3,300, just over £3,000, to get this level of car. And I know in other markets you wouldn't be able to buy a decent SLK for the equivalent of that value in their currency. So I think it's quite good value. But the other flip side of that is that I could probably go and sell this car for between £2,000 to £2,500. So I would probably have to lose some money. But to be honest, I do like the SLK. I don't really see any reason why I should sell it. It doesn't cost me a fortune to run. It's not as though I've had lots of issues, touch wood. I haven't got any wood to touch. But yes, it's not like it has had lots of issues, this car. It's only given me a couple of small issues since I've got the project completed, so I can live with that, and that's quite happy. Always a little behind the scenes, showing what I do when I take the cars out, how I move them at the barn, all that sort of stuff. Just a little bit of a video, really. I was just taking all the cars out. I was doing some film with the Figaro, so I want to take that for a drive. I need to take these pair out for one, the SLK and the SL out for one. So I just thought I'd just do a little bit of filming and just show you what I do, really, and stuff like warming up the car before I go out for a drive, and how much I take, how long I take them out for, and all that, and then putting them back in the barn, all that sort of stuff. Just a little behind the scenes. Video seems to do quite well. You seem to quite enjoy that. So next week I will be doing a video I'm slightly dreading, not because I don't enjoy filming this, more because I'm going to count the cost of the SL. So obviously I did the SLK, which you should have seen last week. Next week's video will be counting the cost of the SL, which I've got quite a bit more money in that. I haven't actually totted it up because I'm too scared to. But I've had a couple of people say you should really count. You should say how much the SL has cost you. That'd be quite an interesting video. Yes, I wasn't planning on doing it, but I will do it. I probably might regret doing it, but we'll see. I'm definitely in that car a lot more than the SL. That's okay. It's quite funny when I'm talking to a stranger or I'm at a car show talking about cars. I always say I bought an SLK £500, and I was got an R107 SL. That didn't cost me £500. It's a little bit more than that, you could say. So I suppose my big channel update is going to be that I'm launching the Stevens Forwards podcast. Now, I did do an episode ages ago, and it did all right, to be fair. But I did it just on YouTube as an experiment. And I've been meaning to go back to it, and now I've gone down to one video a week from November rather. I've decided to go and relaunch that. So that's going to be happening every other week. And I think it's going to come out on Monday and Tuesday. By the time this video goes out, I probably will have announced it and said exactly what I'm going to do. But I think in the back of my head, I'm thinking every 2 weeks, every fortnight, wherever you want to slice it, probably on a Monday. That should be available. I'm actually going to film it like I'm doing this now. I'm actually talking. That will be on YouTube. You'd also be able to listen to the audio version, the audio file of that, and should be on most streaming platforms. Think of it, Amazon, Apple, and Spotify, the big three. It should be on those. I haven't actually uploaded it yet. This is something I'm going to be doing after I finish filming this. So 2026 is going to be quite a big year for each of the cars, because each of these cars are celebrating an anniversary. So the SLK is turning 30 next year as a model. Obviously, it's a 1999 car, so we're still got a few years before we get to 30. But yes, it will. The SLK as a model will be turning 30, so I'm hoping there'll be some more in-depth videos. I'm trying to arrange some stuff at the moment, so I can't really say too much because I haven't quite fully planned out and arranged stuff yet. But yes, I'm hoping there will be a few videos, particularly celebrating the 30th anniversary of the SLK, but more to come on that. The Figaro, which you can't quite see because I need the cover, trust me on that one. The Figaro will be turning 35. I might do a few videos on that. We're booked in, well, we're going to be booked in on I think they're doing the Figaro Club, which Alasia is a member of, doing a 35th anniversary weekend for the Figaro. So I don't know if we'll go for the full weekend or we might just do a day. It's going to be, they haven't announced where it is yet, but they've said it's going to be some Midlands base, which hopefully should be relatively close to us. We don't mind doing sort of up to an hour and a half for that, but we've never been anywhere where there'll be probably hundreds of Figaros. It's going to be really interesting to see. And obviously, a lot of them are in the main four colours. You do get some different colours as well. So it'd be really nice to go and see so many of the Figaros parked all together. I think the most we've seen is 5 or 6 went to a little local Figaro meet early this year rather. So the R107 SL will be turning 55 next year. So that's going to be quite a big anniversary, and it's interesting that my SL turned 40 this year, and obviously it's quite a late car really. It's interesting to think how long that's been in production for, and even then putting in production for 1989 as well. So yeah, really big production scale that. So it's interesting to think that car is actually designed of it's 55 years old almost, a little bit older because they would have been developing it a few years before. So yes, there might be a few little things with the SL going on. So it's quite nice. Obviously we've got a busy year in terms of anniversaries and things that are going on. So there might be some extra videos to do with those. But as I say, I'm working those at the moment. So you just have to wait and see on those. So thank you very much for watching. As ever, any questions about anything I mentioned in today's video, pop in the comment below and I'll try and do it my way best to answer them. Other than that, it's going to be goodbye from me, goodbye from all the cars, and we'll see you again very soon. Goodbye.